Hey guys, before we get started today, I just want to let you know that the easiest way to support the channel is just by hitting the like button, but only do so if you actually like the video. And if you're one of the 60% of my viewers who aren't subscribed to the channel but do watch the videos, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, but only do so if you truly enjoy the content. And if you wouldn't mind following me on Twitter, I would really appreciate it. I'm going to try to be a little bit more active on there. I haven't posted in a few days, so keep an eye out. I'll try to post some funny stuff, but you know, I'm not that funny of a guy, so don't expect much out of me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now I'm actually going to get hit by a Sludge Wave here because they baited with Dark Pulse, and I thought it was going to KO, but apparently it does not, and I'm actually able to Fire Fang down. And I have a charge move loaded, and I was worried that they had another charge move, like a Foul Play or something like that. So I'm going to go for the Flame Charge right away, and then I should be able to Fire Fang this thing down. Like I said, the Hexes are double resisted. The only reason I won that game was because of the algorithm. It is confirmed. Everybody knows it. It is a fact. Fact. It's now I know that you knew that I'd soon end up in the... Oh, hi, hello. Hi, hi. How you doing? Didn't know I was recording. My name is, Mr. Pants. I have pants, and so they call me Mr. Pants. Intro stuff. Filler. Okay, we got through the intro. All right, you bared with me, and it's. I'm sorry you had to do that. Okay, let's take a look at the featured Pokemon for today. Oh yeah, do the thing with the eyes. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Okay, today's Pokemon is gonna be Pyroar. Look at that shitty GIF that I could find. That's the best one I could find. So that's what we're getting today. So this thing is a normal and a fire type, which is kind of funny because I totally forgot that it had that partial normal typing when I first started doing these battles. Yeah. But, so it doesn't really win against much. It's going to win against Escavalier, but that's only because Fire Fang is double super effective. It'll win against Scizor for the same reason. It wins against Venusaur. But it's like, you know, it doesn't pick up as many wins as you wish it did. And the reason is Fire Fang is pretty garbage when it comes to energy generation. All the Fangs are. Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, Fire Fang. They all kind of suck when it comes to energy generation. This kind of reminds me of the way Mawile works in the Great League, because it's got Fire Fang and Power Punch, whereas Pyroar has Fire Fang and Flame Charge. So it takes a while to get to the charge moves. Which just kind of sucks. But it is what it is, and we're going to make it work. And, well, I already did. The battles were already done. You want to see him? You're not saying anything. Okay, well, I'm just going to pretend that you said, hell yeah, Shrady, let's check out those battles. All right, here we go. So first, when I first used this Pokemon, I used Surfetched in place of Venusaur, and I found I was pretty weak to a lot of things. And even this team right here, not perfect. But it is a team that I wanted to use. Specifically, I wanted to use Drifblim and Surfetch because those are two Pokemon that I just built. And yeah, but instead we're going to use Venusaur in the back because that kind of holds the team together. Venusaur is a really good closer. Surfetched, in my opinion, is a better closer, but it dies too quickly. Venusaur can at least do okay. And the reason I put these two guys in the back is because Pyroar with that normal typing is weak to fighting type attacks. Drifblim triple resist fighting, and Venusaur resist fighting as well. And then it's also weak to water, which Drifblim is like okay, you know, it's like a neutral matchup, and then Venusaur can beat water types. So this, most of the time when I build teams, they're ABB teams. This is an ABC team. ABC team basically means A is your lead, and then B is basically your soft counter, your safe switch, and then C is your hard counter. So say I encounter an Empoleon in the lead, I'll switch to my Drifblim. And then hopefully they switch out so I can line up the Venusaur with the Empoleon later. So that's kind of how this works. So if you don't know what ABC teams are, ABB teams are, hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Let's take a peek. Why do I always say that? Put it on a t-shirt. Who knows? Let's take a peek. Okay, going up against Fire Nation Alex. This man better be running some fire on his team. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Okay, Dragonite, terrible lead. This is bad. this is real bad. My whole team loses to Dragonite. That's wonderful. Okay, gonna switch into basically the only counter I have, which is about to die now because they come on with an Ampharos. So I'm gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball here. I don't want to look like a fool if they no shield it. So you know, which I did, by the way. I did a couple times in one of these sets. I can't remember. I look like a goddamn idiot. So I'm gonna let that come through, and then I think I come back in with the Venusaur. Yeah, okay. My thought process here was I come in with the Venusaur, and I am going to need a lot of energy to combat the Dragonite, because this is pretty much the only thing I can do against Dragonite here, because Dragonite resists grass and fire, so... I mean, I guess I could hit him with the Dark Pulse, but okay. Well, either way, I'm going to let these come through and just basically farm up until they get to 2 more Volt Switches. There you go. So, throw this Volt... oh, sorry about that. Oh my god, stop hitting the thing. Okay. Shake the Frenzy Plant, throw it over there, and then they come in with their Venusaur. I'm going to come back in with the Pyroar to bait out the Dragonite here, and I'm pretty much just going to leave this all up to my Venusaur, because Pyroar is not looking like it's going to do much here, mainly because it's locked in here against the Dragonite. But I do have Dark Pulse, and I am up on shields, so they might let this come through, and it will do a substantial amount of damage. It's not great. It doesn't get stabbed. It's actually, it would be enough if they didn't throw. It would have been enough for me to take it out, but that's fine, because now I have 2 shields, a Venusaur with like close to like 1.5 Frenzy Plants, and they only have 1 shield with the Venusaur that doesn't even have a Frenzy Plant yet. Well, yeah, you want to go for Sludge Bomb, but I was just... Anyway, Frenzy Plant is double resisted. Sludge Bomb hits for neutral, and they're farming up. I don't know where they're farming up to. They must be at 100 by now, right? They have to be at 100. Are they trying to farm up to 3 Sludge Bombs? Because you can't do that. Okay, well, I am just going to 2 shield flex, not even on purpose. They just didn't throw a charge move, so I didn't have the opportunity to shield. Okay, GG, my friend. Also, put some fire on your team. What the hell, man? Put Fire Nation in your name. You better be running a triple fire team, or you know, GTFO. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding, by the way. 95% of everything I say is a joke, so please just take everything I say with a grain of salt, unless I tell you that I'm serious. And even then, probably shouldn't trust me. Okay, picking up a very neutral lead here. So we're going to see how this goes. It looks like I get to the charge move at the same time that they get to... Did I go through the team? I don't think I went through the team. Oh, well. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but in the beginning of this battle, I wasn't able to attack. I wasn't able to use fast moves. So, yeah, that really sucks. So, now I'm actually going to get hit by a Sludge Wave here because they baited with Dark Pulse. And I thought it was going to KO, but apparently it does not, and I'm actually able to Fire Fang down. So that's not too bad of an exchange right there, if I do say so myself. They come in with a Gyarados, and this is fine. Coming in with the Venusaur here, and then they have their own Venusaur, and now I've got him hard countered. So it looks like winning the lead there was actually insanely important for this match. Yeah, basically rock, paper, scissors, and I spent the most shields in the lead matchup, so that means I win. Yeah. Not much else to say here. Frenzy Plants resisted, Sludge Bombs resisted, Icy Wind super effective. Yep. Yeah, if you're the Venusaur, you want to throw the Frenzy Plants as soon as you get them, because you're going to get debuffed, and you want those Frenzy Plants to do as much damage as you possibly can. I tried to undercharge this, but I think they're... Oh, they actually... What? They shielded. Okay. Well, that's fine. And they're over farming, so I'm going to get to another Icy Wind here. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, they come in with their Gyarados, and they throw an Aqua Tail right away. I'm assuming an Aqua Tail, maybe a Crunch. So I come in with my Venusaur to catch, and then I'm going to farm up just a little bit. And, yeah, I think yeah, that was over. Either way, yeah, that was, yeah, not much, I don't know. I don't think there was very much skill involved in that match, but, you know, you have a lot of matches like that. And I know a lot of people out there are like, the algorithm, oh my god, you lose, every match is just based upon algorithm. And like, dude, if there is an algorithm, you can play around it. Like, check this out, very bad lead, and I can't switch into my safe switch. Do you think I can win this game? Do you think? So I catch on my Venusaur here. What I'm trying to say is, even if there is an algorithm and you're pitted against somebody and you get hard countered, there's a way to play around it. There's always, well, not always, but there's most of the time there's a way to play around getting a terrible lead and not even having a safe switch to get into. Okay, they actually let the Frenzy Plant go. Okay, Yeah, you can't do that. You have to shield the Frenzy Plant if you want to win Switch with Gallade. So I'm sure that trainer knows that now, so it's a good thing that he did it so he can figure out later. He comes back in with the Alolan Golem. I'm going to be going for the Dark Pulse here. Flame Charge is resisted, and they might just think it's a Fire-type attack, so let's see. They do? Okay, they let it go through. By the way, props to this trainer for using Alolan Golem. That's one of the... It is my favorite Pokemon for the Ultra League Premier Cup. Alright, so I'm going to shield this Rock Blast, but they are dangerously close to getting to another one. Yeah, 1 Volt Switch away. So I think I actually shield this because I called that their team is weak to fire in the back. So I'm going to come in with the Drifblim here to farm down. And, yep, there it is, the Venusaur. I called it. Like, I just thought about the team composition. I was like, okay, Alolan Golem, you know, weak to fighting, and maybe there's a Venusaur in the back. So I had to call that, and that's the only reason I shielded the Pyroar, because normally I would never have shielded that, like, because I spent 2 shields on, like, a 1 HP Pyroar, so, yeah. But either way, I'm just going to be going for Icy Winds here, and this Venusaur is his last Pokemon, so it sucks for him, because he's going to get debuffed, and he can't switch out to reset the debuff, so this is looking very, very poor for him. And, okay. So another Frenzy Plant's going to be coming through. This won't KO, because I've double debuffed. And this one doesn't KO. This Icy Wind doesn't KO, and I'm just going to come in here and throw a Fire Fang, or throw a Flame Charge. So, GG to this trainer, and like I said, having a bad lead doesn't mean you lose the game. Like, obviously, there are some matches where it's rock, paper, scissors, you know? You just happen to get hard countered, like, all in a row, you know, like you switch to your safe switch and another hard counter comes in, and then you go back to the original one, hard counter, and then you go to your third Pokemon, hard counter. It happens sometimes, but most of the time there are ways to play around bad leads. Okay, this is a bad lead as well. The reason is the Confusions do a crap load of damage, and close combat would take out like 3 Pyroars. So they come in with a Swampert, which is really good for me. I'm surprised that they actually switched out of there, because that was a pretty good lead for Gallade. So I'm going to come in here, and they're just going straight Hydro Cannon, so I'm not going to shield anything. And I think I'm making a mistake here. I should have thrown before the second Hydro Cannon came through, but I don't know. All right, so I'm going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're going to get to another Hydro Cannon after the 5th one. So I don't need to hit Bubbles. This is double super effective. Easily going to take out the Swampert. And I imagine, yeah, I was thinking that the reason they would have a safe switch as Swampert is that they have a fire type that they want to get energy on. So they come in with their fire type, and they shield the Sludge Bomb, so this is pretty good for me. Although, no, this is bad for me. I need to get rid of this Typhlosion. Okay, so I come in with the Pyroar here. I'm going to be going for the Dark Pulse, and this is going to hit for neutral, but it's like, it doesn't get stabbed yet. It's not that great of a move. So this is a Blast Burn, but I decide to shield it for some reason. I actually don't remember why I shielded this. Oh, I guess I wanted to take out the Typhlosion here with the Pyroar, and then save the Drifblim for the Gallade, because Gallade's charge moves don't do much up against Drifblim. Alright, so I'm going to be... Okay, they come in and they throw. This is good for me. This means that they have no energy on their Gallade, and like I said, like the charge moves don't do much to Drifblim, but in conjunction with the Confusions, Leaf Blade actually ends up doing a lot of damage here. So I should have thrown the Icy Wind right away, but in my head I thought that the Typhlosion had a lot more health and possibly a charge move, so I was farming up here, so I had something to throw at the Typhlosion. I totally forgot that it was almost dead. So I'm going to go for the Icy Wind, and they shield, and that's when I realized like there was something up, like maybe that Typhlosion is almost dead. So I'm going to throw this next Icy Wind. This should be taking out the Gallade, and then, yeah, Typhlosion comes in, and yeah, they actually might have been about, can't talk. They might have actually been about to get to another Blast Burn right before I took them out. So that was, it could have been, I think that was a pretty close match. All right, going up against Takagior. I can't talk. Just pretend I said something very fancy. Okay, picking up a very good lead, doing double super effective damage here with the Fire Fangs. They switch into a Blaziken. And I come in with the Drifblim, which, oh, I did that because I wanted to line up my Venusaur. But that makes no sense. I don't have an answer for Sidesor other than my Fire Fang Pyroar. It doesn't really matter. So I shielded that because they farmed up to a Stone Edge, and I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a Stone Edge or a Brave Bird. So I'm going to be coming here and just dropping some Shadow Balls. But yeah, they baited, and then I really thought that the next one was going to be a Brave Bird, but it was actually a Blast Burn. Either way, it's still going to do a lot. So I spent both shields, which is not ideal, and they no-shielded the Icy Wind, which is a huge call. And I tried to sack there. I don't know if you saw that. I hit the Pyroar button, but I guess I was stuck in the Hex animation. So Blast Burn's going to be coming through. And even if it's debuffed, that does so much. Okay, so I'm able to farm down with Hexes. So this isn't too bad. Oh, why am I? Don't bait. Don't bait. Go Shadow Ball. You see what I'm saying? How big of a dumbass you look like when they no-shield that? And, goddamn. Okay, so now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's okay. I took it out. Well, I didn't take it out. It's actually got energy. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, so I come in with the Venusaur, and their last Pokemon is a Swampert, and I make a mistake here. I make a huge mistake, which ends up costing me the match. You're gonna see I should have just stayed in here with the Venusaur and tanked an Earthquake, but what I did is I sacked on an Earthquake. Bad idea. I needed this Pyroar to be alive, and now it's dead. The reason is because of that that Scizor, whatever, it has a Night Slash loaded, and Scizor wins the CMP tie over Venusaur. So this next Earthquake is going to do enough that a Night Slash or an Iron Head is going to KO my Venusaur. So I threw the game. I threw the game when I sacked the Pyroar. And you see me trying to be toxic there? That's what I get. I tried to go for the Sludge Bomb. No, you died now, because you shouldn't be toxic. This is a PSA, okay? For all the kids out there who think it's funny to be toxic, don't do it. But it's kind of funny, though. All right, so going 5-0. Actually, I thought I did for a second, and I remembered that that toxicity killed me in that last match. So able to go 4-1, picking up my rewards, heading on up to number 0.33 on the leaderboard. All right, into the second set here. Going up against Cloud9. Probably not. No, probably not going up against Cloud. Oh, I remember this. No, I did go up against him. Watch this. So I ended up restarting the app, and I was in the middle here, and he's in the middle of farming me down with an Escavalier. So I started to tap on the Fire Fangs, and they're doing double super effective damage, but I'm also taking super effective damage from the counters, and I do not react in time, so I get farmed down here. So I'm going to be coming in with the Venusaur. Venusaur is going to do a lot better up against Kingdra than Drifblim will, mainly because Icy Wind is, actually, I guess, no, I didn't think about that. I guess they both can do okay, but Frenzy Plant does a lot more damage. So I have to shield. Well, I don't have to, but I'm pretty damn sure they're going to go for an Outrage here, so I'm going to shield that. And okay, so I switch into the Drifblim here to get ahead on energy, and I think they were still locked in there. So, and they have a Gengar, and then I was mad. Okay, I was mad. Don't do that to people. I was mad. I was mad because they've started farming me down right before I even was able to get in the game. And it's not their fault, by the way. It was the game's fault. The game just glitched out and wouldn't let me into the match for some reason. Okay, picking up a very positive lead here up against the Shadow Venusaur, doing super effective damage with the Fire Fangs. And then Kingdra comes in. But I know I've said in the past not to do that to people, where you hard reset the game because it makes them lag until the match is over. I know I said not to do that, but I was very angry. Okay, so I'm sorry. Alright, so they shielded here, so that's going to tell me that they're most likely going for the Octazooka, and they want to get the debuff on me, which means, you know, they would want to shield the first one, because that would do the most damage. And for the first time ever, literally the first time ever, I don't get debuffed. You're going to see in this match, my luck starts to turn around. Okay, so I get both shields, that's beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to get farmed down there, and that's fine. Kingdra is going to do terribly up against, or I'm sorry, Pyroar is going to do terribly up against Kingdra because the Fire Fangs are double resisted. And, okay, so they actually give up Switch there, which is good because I have a Pyroar. Okay, so once again, Fire Fang is double super effective. I am taking super effective from the counters, but the counters from Escavalier don't get stabbed. And he comes in with the Kingdra, and I am not reacting quickly enough. I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse here. This will hit for neutral damage. And it doesn't do enough, and okay, I get farmed down, and this is really bad because I only have one Pokemon left, and if I get debuffed, that's bad. This is bad. It's bad because I have nothing to switch out. First time ever, I had 2 in a row not debuffs. That's insane. And honestly, that could have cost me the game there, because that would make the Icy Wind do 2 times less, not 2 times less. It would make it do 20% less damage, which is huge. I mean, it's a large, you know. That's a large number. So those Icy Winds, I don't know. I think I probably still could have won it. And then I go for the Shadow Ball because Kingdra makes me mad. So I'm sorry that I did that. But, you know, Kingdra makes me mad. Any Pokemon that debuffs you makes me mad. I hate I guess, I mean, I'm using Drifblim, so I can't say much. But it's just I think the Octazooka, like, Acid Spray is one thing, but Octazooka is like, I hate it. I hate Octazooka because I always get the debuff. Okay, once again, picking up a very positive lead. Algorithm confirmed. And they come in with a Poliwrath. I'm going to come in with my Venusaur here. Venusaur is going to do really well. Ice Punch does hit for super effective damage, but it's not really that much. So I'm able to, like, tank 2 of them comfortably. Well, tank 2 of them. But I'm going to throw before he's able to get to a second one so I can retain some health here on the Venusaur. I do expect a Fire type to be coming in if he's running a Poliwrath. Yep. So in comes the Charizard, and I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. Sludge Bomb hits for neutral, whereas Frenzy Plant is double resisted. Do not bait, ever, especially when it's double resisted. So I'm getting farmed down, which is less than ideal. So I think I come in with the Drifblim, because there is a Venusaur in the back. He's running a very... I always call it rock, paper, scissors when it's in the Ultra League Premier Cup when you're running fire, water, and grass on the same team. So they bait with the Dragon Claw, which is not ideal. Very not ideal. Less than ideal here. So I'm going to shield the Blast Burn because I want to retain some health on this on my Drifblim here. And they know that they're going to have to shield this, basically. But, again, I don't want to look like an idiot, so I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. Mainly because Drifblim is going to do very good up against Venusaur. So I'm going to switch into my Pyroar now and force them to throw a charge move. They can't really switch out because the Venusaur is going to die really quickly as well. So they go for the Blast Burn. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a Dark Pulse here before they get to another charge move. Flame Charge would not cut it here. Just Pyroar doesn't hit as hard. It gets hit very hard, but it just doesn't hit very hard. Does that make any sense? Okay. They actually throw. They could have probably farmed down there, to be honest. I don't know if it would have helped them out, but I think they could have. You'd be surprised. It takes Pyroar a very long time to get to charge move, so it's just Fire Fang sucks. So, alright, so Icy Wind comes through, and then I think they know it's over, because they could have thrown another one by that point. But able to win there, only because of the algorithm. That's the only reason I ever win. In fact, algorithm is the only reason anybody wins. In fact, everybody sucks at this game. There's no such thing as a good player because algorithm. I see you in the comments, by the way. I see your comments. Okay, picking up a lead against an Ampharos. This is a pretty bad lead for my team main because my safe switch dies to Ampharos. And I wanted to see how much the Thunder Punch does because they're not baiting the Focus Blast, which would easily take me out. So they go for a Thunder Punch and it lands, does a lot. So I'm gonna go for the Flame Charge here and I get the shield, and now I'm gonna try to catch on the Venusaur, and unfortunately I do not catch. I bait out a Charizard here, so this is good. I kind of want to see the Charizard now because my only like halfway decent response to Charizard is the Drifblim, and they let the Sludge Bomb through. Once again, huge for me. So I'm gonna let this come through because if they bait, they're gonna look like an idiot. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Sometimes when you bait, you look like an idiot. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, but, I mean, at least that's not as risky of a bait, but see, he went down. He went down because I'm ahead on shields. And now I think I'm actually going to shield this, mainly because I would like to, you know, get another shield from them, or land a Sludge Bomb, because Sludge Bomb's going to almost one-hit KO this Sceptile. Okay, very nice. It's dead now. All right, so Ampharos comes back in, and I'm trying to do anything with my Pyroar other than get a shield and die. Alright, so I shield this, and I figured I could just kind of Fire Fang down, and then Fire Fang down both Pokemon. Yeah, that was over. The only reason I won that game was because of the algorithm. It is confirmed. Everybody knows it. It is a fact. Fact. Okay, going up against Kazu 21-21. There's no such thing as skill in this game. No skill at all. There's no such thing. I've been playing since the preseason, and not once has there been a match that is based on skill. Not at all. Not at all. Even when I was on leaderboards, especially when I was on the leaderboards. No skill. No skill. Okay, this is a very, very, very good lead. The reason is the Hexes are double resisted, and Icy Wind is resisted. Shadow Ball is also double resisted. They are trying to catch a Dark Pulse on their Mandibuzz, and then I realize here that Mandibuzz is a core breaker for my team. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Alright, so I was actually trying to catch a Dark Pulse there, but once again, I was stuck in the Fire Fang animation. I think I threw one too many Fire Fangs, so I'm going to let that come through and come back in with the Venusaur. And this is really bad, because they're most likely running an Aerial Ace. This guy spent a lot of effort building this team, I will tell you what, because you're going to see his other Pokemon in a second. So Mandibuzz is going to do very good up against Venusaur, but Sludge Bomb at least hits for neutral here, so that's why I came in with this with the Venusaur, because Drifblim, on the other hand, is going to take super effective damage from the... I mean, I guess it does super effective damage with the Icy Wind, but the foul plays are going to do more than the Icy Winds will. Alright, so they go for another Aerial Ace, and it does surprisingly a good amount. I mean, the IVs on my Venusaur kind of suck, but either way. Alright, so I get a shield from them, which is good, and they could have farmed down there, but they were worried about me getting to a Frenzy Plant, so they're going to throw this Aerial Ace, which I'm fine with, and now I'm going to come back in with the Pyroar, look to farm down, but Mandibuzz is so stupidly tanky. Like I said before, it's just a flying Umbreon, and this guy, like I said, spent a lot of time building this thing. I already know. Like, it takes a long time to build a Pokemon like that, because you gotta hatch, either hatch a lot of 12-kilometer eggs, or grind a lot of candies by walking with your buddy. Alright, so Drifblim comes back in, which is fine, which it also tells me that whatever they have in the back is also weak to Pyroar. So it's funny that they had a Mandibuzz, which is a core breaker for my team, but I have a core breaker to their team as well. So it's a pretty even match. I'm just kidding, it's all algorithm based. Alright, so they're going to go for another Icy Wind here, and I'm going to catch on my Drifblim. I could have thrown there, I didn't realize I was about to get to a charge move, but this is fine too, because I want to save that Pyroar with energy. And that's why they didn't come in, because they have a Berserker in the back. Once again, this is a 2498 Berserker. Once again, they spent a lot of time building this Pokemon. This one's a little bit easier to build because Galarian Meowth hatch from 7-kilometer eggs, and 7-kilometer eggs are quite a bit easier to get than 12-kilometer eggs are. Alright, so they are forced to throw because I was about to get to an Icy Wind, and I have a charge move loaded, and I was worried that they had another charge move, like a Foul Play or something like that. So I'm going to go for the Flame Charge right away, and then I should be able to Fire Fang this thing down. Like I said, the Hexes are double resisted. Insanely close match, so GG to that opponent. I can tell you spend a lot of time building that team, and I definitely respect you for it. Alright, picking up my rewards here, picking up my Emolga. Wow. I'm so impressed, Shrady. You got an Emolga from all of your games, and you went 8-2, even though every single match wasn't based upon skill. It was all based upon RNG. You suck, Shrady, and so does everybody else. You can give as many excuses as you want for losing all of your matches today, bud, but don't hurt my feelings. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate leaving a like down below, and if you hate my guts, leave a dislike. It'll give me 10 minutes of crying to my nightly routine for every dislike I find. So all those people who are hating on me because I'm talking about matches being based on skill, and they're like, it's just the algorithm, it's just the algorithm. Hit the dislike button. It'll make me cry for 10 minutes. Alright, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons, Running Froggy, The North Star, Cleric, Doug J. Dempsey, Billy Blastburn, DJ Mimsy, Clapton Caveman, King Edward, NZ Tech Freak, Silver and Fortuna, Austin Gustovic, Darkstone, Moach, Grizzinator, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Brant Dixon, Mitsukata, Kid Kulek, Joseph Cahill, Lana Pierce, Owen Jones, Zaplatinsky, Dennis McFalls, Robert Zuccarelli, Geronimo, BJ Williams, Alina, and Gizmo Lemieux.